Peace, friends. Let me show you how I make flatbread so you don't have to buy it from the store anymore. Let's go. So first you want to add your brown sugar, and then you want to go ahead and dissolve that until it's just about all dissolved. But it doesn't have to be perfect, friends. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're going to add our yeast. And one way to make sure your yeast is alive is to put it in your sugar and water mixture and to whisk it and let it sit. I'm a professional. I know my yeast is alive, so I'm going to go to the next step, which is adding the oil. Whisk that in together, and then we're going to add our flour and salt. I added the salt off camera. I don't know what I was thinking, but this is the flour, and make sure it's unbleached all-purpose flour. That's the best flour to get. Queen Mother said so. Okay. And then you're going to just mix it till it's combined. And then after you just mix it, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle some flour on our work surface. And we're going to empty out our dough onto a work surface, and we're going to knead our dough. Remember to gather and fold, gather and fold, gather and fold. And that's how you clean your work surface and know that your dough is fully kneaded. See? Clean. So now we're going to lightly grease our bowl, and we're going to place our dough back in our bowl so it can sit and rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. We don't need it to double in size. We just need it to rest. Peace, friends. I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing. And I just want you to know, once we get to 1K subscribers, I will start giving you my recipes. Until then, I'm just showing you what ingredients to put in at a time and how to bake. But I really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of teaching you what it's like to experience a mindful moment while you bake bread that nourishes your body. So let's get me to 1K so I can start teaching y'all some things and also make you self-sufficient of bread. Now, after our dough has rested for 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to go ahead and take it out of the bowl, shape it into a ball, and then we're going to cut that ball in half and then cut it into small dough pieces. This will be our flatbread. Now, usually when we make like dinner rolls, we want this to be a little bit smaller. So we need the the flatbread to be bigger than the dinner rolls. And you're going to roll it out, and it should be this big. Okay. And now we're going to place it on our flat comal. And as you can see, the bubbles are forming, and that means we need to go ahead and flip it because the other side is done. So we flip it and boom. And then we let it cool down on a cooling rack covered with a towel or two. And then you need to make a sandwich. Don't forget to subscribe.